Hi, it's Marina the Soul Alchemist, and it's time for Pick Your Own Card Weekly Guidance for the 9th through to the 15th of January. So if you've not had a chance to pick a card, I want you to tune in to cards 1, 2, or 3. And I'm going to reveal the messages, the themes, and the energies that are going to support you over the next 7 days. Also, stick around for the bonus card. This week, it's all about relationships and connection. And I would also encourage you to listen to all 3 cards, because you normally find that all 3 are going to relate in some shape or form, but the focus in terms of whatever card you pick will be the kind of the primary thing. So if you pick card 2, card 1, then this is a repeater. It's come up now a few times. And it's the treasure card. So this week, it's all about looking at the energy of loss, or the emotions of loss, or the circumstances of loss, disappointment, and that kind of sense of grief. It probably is going to be connected to money or wealth in some shape or form. And what we've got here is we've got this guy that's come home and he's been burgled, and he's really focusing on the things that he's lost. But he's not really seeing that there's a treasure box behind him. And this is kind of emitting this beautiful golden glow. And the real treasure is still there. It's not been stolen. It's not been taken. It's not been damaged in any way. But the guy is just solely focusing on the things that he feels are important. Now, for you this week, it's very much about kind of the feelings of loss or grief, or the disappointments, or the things that you're just not letting go of. And really, that's kind of keeping you back from moving forward, which is where this future treasure, the potential treasure that you've already got, you can't see it because you're focusing on what's just kind of in front of your face, or you're focusing on this emotion or this memory that keeps coming up. That you keep reminding yourself of, and you keep giving your power to. And so this week, it's about taking your power back and realizing that actually I can let this go if I choose to. I can let that feeling of that sense of disappointment and loss, or that memory of a decision perhaps that you made, and you're still kind of beating yourself up about it. It is time to let it go. And that's what this card is saying this week, is let these things go. Start your 2023 in a really beautiful space of releasing, letting go, so you can then bring in the new opportunities, the potential, the possibilities, the ideas, the directions, the things that you want to focus on. You're then allowing that energy to be able to come in. But if you're still focusing on the things from the past, then there's not enough space for the new things to come in. So this week, you're being given the opportunity to let these things go. So you might find that there's a trigger that is showing or giving that same emotion. It's sparking that memory, that sense of disappointment. Use that, celebrate that. And it's like, oh my God, right, I'm now going to respond in a different way. I'm not going to go into beating myself up or complaining or judging or whatever it might be that your normal response would be. Just say the forgiveness prayer, the Hawaiian forgiveness prayer instead. Get your pendulum out. Or just love bomb yourself, or love bomb the situation, but sending love and gratitude, and just kind of the words, I now let this go. And just keep saying that until you feel a shift. And that will really help you to step out of that energy and release those cords and move forward. So the treasure card is card 1. Now, if you want to go deeper, if that really resonates with you and you want to go deeper, then please do reach out. I do an empowerment tarot session, a money session, or a business session that is using the Akashic Tarot, but also we do the session whilst connected to your Akashic Records, and we do Akashic Record healing as part of that session as well. So please do reach out if that's something that you would like to explore. Now, if you pick card 2, it's Uriel and the Sphinx. So this is all about digging deeper. It's also about having this urge or desire to start to understand your soul mission, your purpose, what you're here for, what you're here to learn. And the Akashic Records in particular is a great realm to visit in order to get that information. And it is said that the Akashic Records sit under the right-hand paw of the Sphinx in Egypt. And so we can see that Archangel Uriel is looking at the Sphinx, is ready to go deeper, and the full moon is shining the light on the shadows and on the bits and pieces that you're ready to unearth and go deeper with. So again, use that energy, or use that desire, or use that kind of curiosity to start to go deeper with maybe some challenges or repeat karmic patterns, struggles, things like that, that you just keep seeming to find yourself back at. Normally relationships, weight, money tends to be the thing, self-belief, confidence, all of those types of things tend to be on loops, karmic loops that we have going on. So this card is saying, start reflecting, start bringing more soul awareness, more self-awareness to your behaviors, to your thinking, to your feeling, and what triggers those off. Because that's where you're going to get the information. That's when you start to discover, and then you can do something with that information. Also, journaling is a great way to self-reflect and self-inquire about just your everyday, because that's where you need to understand where you're in these little habits and ruts and little routines that we do on a very unconscious or kind of like subconscious, like your autopilot, and we're not giving it any really care or attention, and that's what upholds the pattern of behavior. So the more that you can discover more about yourself and how you operate, the more you can release, and the more you can step into creating the reality or new patterns that you want to experience, the fulfillment and, you know, your desires. So it's a great card. It's a major card. So there's a lot of potency within that. And there's a lot of potency with just doing the whole soul awareness and self-inquiry. The more conscious we can become of our choices and decisions, the more that we create change and transformation. So if you want that change and transformation and you would like support with that in terms of guidance and healing, then please do reach out, and I can look at how I can support you either with a tarot session or an alchemy accelerator session, which is all about healing in your Akashic records. Okay, so if you pick card 3, as I say, listen to all the messages because they're all going to relate. Archangel Michael is here to support you this week with courage, with confidence, with boldness, having difficult, perhaps, conversations, making maybe difficult decisions because there might be a bit of investment involved in them. This is about spreading your wings. It is about having this heart, this kind of really flaming heart. And what that relates to for this week is making sure that your soul's desires are fulfilled in some way. Even if it's in the smallest, teeniest way, then I want you to think about, how am I fulfilling my soul's desires or my desires this week, this day, this minute? What am I doing for myself that lights me up? What am I doing that fills me with passion and love? And if there's kind of like, you reflect on that and you say, well, there isn't anything that I'm doing, then that's giving you a lot of information to start looking at where you're putting your time and your energy. Who are you serving and supporting? And where can you start to turn that energy back on yourself? Just a little bit, you know, so you can start to really feel passionate about your life, passionate about what you do. And as I say, Archangel Michael is also, if it's needed, here to bring you courage and strength with maybe some of the difficult conversations that you need to have, maybe setting boundaries, or as I say, there might be some big decisions that you need to make that are going to support you with your heart's desires, but it's going to take a bit of a leap of faith. Archangel Michael is here to hold your hand. He has your back. All you need to do is request that he comes in to support you, and he will be there. Even if you don't fully believe it, do it anyway, and just notice a shift in how you feel, and have that eeny-weeny tinny bit of strength and courage, more than what you would normally have. And that's showing you that he's there supporting you all of the way. So that is card 3. Let me know how that card resonates. And as I say, if you need more courage or strength, or you just want general insight or support that's energetic, it's spiritual, it's going to help guide. And, you know, I'm very practical, so I always give you some action steps also for your alignment to take you forward. Then please do reach out and let's have a chat. Okay, so you're here, you want to know the bonus card. And this is all about connection and relationships. And For this week, we have the Winged Messengers, which is all about challenging connections and relationships and conversations. The Winged Messengers, you know, the word is messenger, it's communication. And you can see that these birds are flying at different levels because they're not seeing eye to eye. There isn't anybody at the table. They've all left the party. And the teacup has been spilt, you know, so there's been milk or whatever spilt on the table. So this is about conflict. This is about not seeing eye to eye. So there's going to be a relationship or a connection that feels challenging, that maybe you have been putting off having maybe some honest truth given, you know, dosed out to that person. Maybe you've been holding back because you've not wanting to hurt somebody's feelings, but it's getting to a point where it's hurting you. And so this is time for you to take action, to step forward, to have the conversation. But this, I would always say with this card, is always take the higher viewpoint and come from a place of love as much as you can, a place of neutrality, a place where you have this bird's eye view of the situation. And when you have that viewpoint, you're looking at your own situation and you're looking at it from the other person's situation as well. So you're able to kind of take yourself out of your own emotions and see it from a different perspective. And that's where you're kind of getting that higher viewpoint, that higher vantage point. So you can maybe see things that maybe you wouldn't normally see from your perspective. And from that place, you can see it from more of a place of love. So it means that, you know, you may have more compassion, maybe a bit more understanding about the situation, or it might be that you're seeing it in its true light because you may have been glossing over other people's behaviors and choices and actions, which actually are really damaging to you. And you've been just like brushing it off. Oh, it's just this, it's just that. That's just how they are. But what you don't realize is that on some level, that might be really damaging your self-worth and your self-esteem and your self-confidence and your self-belief. So taking yourself out of that situation again also shines the light on the truth of the situation. So it can work either way. So Winged Messengers is your bonus that's going to support you having a more honest connection with your relationships and your connections this week. So reflect on that. Let me know how it resonates. Let me know maybe what you're going to do. You don't have to, but if you want to, then please do share. And again, if you're taking the messages from all three cards, use Archangel Michael to support you. He's there, got your back every step of the way. Okay. Let me know how those cards resonate. Let me know if you need any further deeper support that's unique and personal to you. I would love to help you clear the energetic, the karmic baggage, the repeat patterns that you have going on in your experience in your life at the moment that are really holding you back from the future success, the present success, the reality, the fulfillment that you're really looking for. So reach out, we'll have a chat, and I'll be able to support you in some shape or form. And if I can't, then I'll know probably somebody that can. Okay, so love and blessings. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you in another 7 days. Bye.